Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciated the holistic Aaron Diana, everyone unconditional of Taro, the one Robinson. I hope everyone is well. Star Cradle, Jadine Johnson. Okay, today's Monday, so Monday evenings, you're allowed to ask personal questions, pet questions, political questions, whatever you have. Hi, Patricia Dawkins, Jojo Tao, and hi, Craig Dixon, Ed Pinkney. The thing is, I've seen a couple of clips from whatever they called it, that meeting between Trump and I call that guy Buki Lulu, Buki Lele, because, you would expect in this day and age, with the state of communication and someone who has risen to the level of president. El Salvador is not a big country, but they're not, they're North America. I'm sure he doesn't look like, he grew up poor or anything of that sort. So he had means to educate himself, at least be halfway intelligent. To find yourself in a situation where you are collaborating with an American president, someone who's a I think that's English to paria. It's like you're a low life, garbage, and everything else. To find yourself in a situation like, well, a con man, a fraud. I don't understand Boki Lili at all. And my friends, and Trump is asking him to make room because he will start sending him American citizens. Again, it's the same thing Trump is going to try to do. He started with immigrants, okay, and then he's going to move on to the next level, quote unquote, supposedly American criminals who commit certain crimes, but that's not true, it's only the beginning. And then he's going to move on to different people. I don't know if you guys are watching. There are a couple of newspapers who are calling for Trump's impeachment. And I feel that cry is going to get louder as we go forward this month. I feel that's going to be encouragement for people in Congress, Republicans, to impeach him, to go after him. And I know not all of them, but like I said, people in Congress are going to, Republicans in Congress, it feels like to me they're going to break up and divide into three parts. And one part of it will collaborate with Democrats and go after Trump. Because it feels like to me, intuitively, they are having enough. That's what I'm getting when I focus on those guys. It's getting too much, and they are unsure. They don't have any other options. They can't convince him. He thinks he's invincible, and he has them in the palm of his hands, and he knows how to pressure them. Have these people threaten them and everything. I think these things are about to end. And to really, that's what I feel. And earlier today, I said in my other stream, in my midday stream, those of you who don't know, who are watching, I have a midday stream as well. It's only about politics. This one is for politics and anything else that I feel is important to talk about. I feel a lot of people, and it's not only Democrats and independents, who are beginning to have enough, and people in Congress have really tapped out. Hi, Jojo Taro. 1 second, Jojo Taro. But I feel they are going to get bold and go after Trump. And this weekend, and by the way, I heard before I came on earlier this afternoon, not right before I came on, earlier this afternoon, I mentioned something earlier about Trump and the people around him paying attention to the poll numbers. I read an article before I came, really earlier this afternoon, that they are getting concerned. They are watching the poll numbers, and they are worried. And they should be worried. Because, yes, I know Trump reserved the right to invoke martial law. Am I saying it right? Is that martial law? Yeah, I think it's martial law. But anyway, like I've been saying, I've been a bit confused about which will go first. And today I've said impeachment and protest may come hand in hand, violence. Thank you, Starcredo. But I would not be surprised after I heard, well, I just read it online that there's another journal, diplomatic journal or something like that. They are demanding, besides the Wall Street Journal, I believe there was something in the Washington Post as well. If not, something is going to come out in the Washington Post where they're going to make it clear to everybody that this country has an emergency, we have a problem. Trump needs to be impeached and removed. I feel that's coming. If it's not the Washington Post, there are going to be other newspapers, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not the Washington Post, because that's the way I'm seeing the heading of the Washington Post. And then that will give a lot of people cover, Republicans that is, who are afraid to do something about him. I feel that's coming. I know Vance is no better, but at least they are getting to the point right now they feel they have to do something, they have to take action. Jojo Taro asks if I think you should retire in 2026. Why not? If you feel like it, I mean, if you are ready, you feel like it, go for it, because take your Social Security money. You work hard for it, and a lot of things they are talking about. In fact, if I were you, 2026, we're in 2025. Yeah, if you feel like it, let me see. I think I remember reading 2026. 2026. Of course, Jojo, if you want to retire in 2026, go for it. By 2026, Trump, chances are Trump will probably be out of office. Something is going to happen. Americans are not going to tolerate what's happening now. And today, have somebody like Bukele at the White House, and then Trump is even making excuses for Putin now, why Putin is bombing a town in Ukraine. That's where we are. I think those are going to be very hard for Americans to swallow. So things are going to happen. I'm hoping the violence that I keep mentioning and I feel is coming will be avoided. They will remove him before that happens. That's what I feel. And then, if before when you commit a crime and after 5 years they won't prosecute it, it expires. I don't remember the name, how they called it legally. But if the crimes he committed are still active, he's going to go to prison. Watch that space. Let's see what happens. Okay. CC says, Emilio, Trump was caught in a hot mic in El Salvador to El Salvador president that homegrown annex. Oh, yes, that's what I was talking about, to send there. Oh, yeah. That's what I said he was testing, if he can get away with it with immigrants, he's going to turn to his next group of people he's going to go after, supposedly so-called criminals, but he was supposed to grab only criminal immigrants, but he's sending innocent people. So he's going to do the same thing. He may even arrest anybody. Not me, he will. And it seems like to me, which I'm shocked, Americans are willing to go out and take part in kidnapping people. I know it's their job, but I am shocked they go out and arresting people. I would think, Americans would just say, no, I'm not going to do this. I mean, someone is here illegally, the person committed crime, that's fine. But a college student, you can't prove, and I don't know how many of you heard that student from Tufts University in Boston that was arrested a few weeks ago. The government cannot prove that she did anything wrong. That's what's happening. The people who went out and arrested her, and she's not the only one. I'm using her as an example because that's the clearest one on my mind, okay? Because I read about it a little earlier. And also there is a young boy, 15 or 16 or something like that was arrested somewhere. I don't remember where. I read about it. Okay. So that's what right now he's doing. He said he was going to go after criminals, but that's not true. He's going to put so-called American criminals too. He's going to, once he can't, there is no TV show because that's what he believes in. Everything is a show. He's going to go after regular Americans. You jaywalking, you coming with us. That's what he's going to do. I firmly believe that. But CC, yes, that's his plan, but I don't think he's going to make it. I feel there is a very strong probability before this thing turns violent, because somebody said the same thing I've said to you a few times in code, but somebody mentioned it today on Twitter. I'm seeing his face. He's a journalist. He said people like Trump and the people around him or fascists, they don't walk off the battlefield. And I've been saying this for a while, but my way, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm promoting violence or anything of that sort. I'm telling you what I'm getting intuitively. But those guys, like I said, way back, they were not going to walk off the field. They're going to have to be removed from the field. And the journalist said the same thing today. So let's see what happens, my friends. Okay. I'm looking for questions. Again, everyone, today's Monday, so post your questions. Hi, Mary Brazil. Okay. Patsy, oops. What happened? What did I do? I think it was Patsy. Oh, well, I'll go look for it in a few minutes. Okay, somebody. Mary says, what about 60 Minutes 45 got mad about the show yesterday? Yeah, he got pissed off, but that's still the dictatorship tendency that he has, but there's nothing he can do to CBS. CBS, well, he's going to extort money from them. That's what he's doing to a lot of people. Either you pay him or you give him free legal counsel. That's what he's doing. But they can't revoke the CBS's license because CBS doesn't have a license. And only the, I I forgot the main office or the corporate office has a license, but CBS is only one of their TV stations, according to report. So nothing is going to happen to them. Gene Rogers says Trump and Musk need to go to the Salvador prison ASAP. I agree with you. In fact, I said that last week. I said Trump should, he should get a taste of his own medicine because he's the fraud. He's the convicted fraudster and a rapist. They should put him in prison. Send him over there. And don't be surprised. They may not send him to El Salvador. But I'm telling you guys, the next 2 months is going to be pretty nasty. And some of the stuff that Trump is doing right now, I think Americans in America is having up to here. And if you watch his poll numbers, they're dropping like a rock. They have not, once they break the 30s, watch out, they're going to keep dropping. Like I said, I think I said it here, not on this channel, probably on the other channel. High 20s is my prediction. Okay, let's see. Starcradle is saying, Milo, do you see foreseeable significant number of individuals being kidnapped and deported without due process before those responsible are stopped? They are doing it right now. Will these innocent people be safely returned here? Yes. I said that in my other channel. It may not be right away, and Buki Lily will live to regret his arrogance. Mark my word. And believe me, and I was saying that earlier today, and I will repeat it here, if, for those who can't attend my day stream. El Salvador is a country of 6 million people, so it's not that big. This guy, Buki Lili, believe me, we can overthrow him like this. So if I were him, I would take it easy because he was able to change the constitution of El Salvador, and he was only supposed to be president for 1 term and managed to change the constitution. He's there for a 2nd term. He's going to be for life, basically. That's what he's trying to do. Okay? Trump is not going to be able to pull that off here. Forget it. So he is on thin ice. He simply hasn't realized it yet. And there is a senator who's going to go to El Salvador, Senator Harlan is going to go to El Salvador sometimes next week. So it's to demand that Mr. Garcia be released. Anomi says, Milo, is our money safe? Will banks fail? I'm not saying that. I feel yes, our money is safe. Okay. I haven't seen that, but the only thing is, I don't see it happening. As you asked me the question, the only thing I feel that can happen is a bank run, but I don't think that's going to happen. No. Okay. Marie is asking, will Bezos block the Washington Post from publishing the truth? He's doing it already. Him and whenever I believe it's probably the opinion section. He's preventing them. There are certain things he does not allow them to publish. And the guy from LA Time, the owner of LA Time, is doing the same thing too. So yes, it's already going on, my friends. Okay. Joyce Matthews said, okay, then I'll have to read the second part, but it seems like Joyce Matthews was unable to get her state ID license. Me, I'm simply going to renew my passport probably next week. It's going to be my ID. Then I'm going to get one of those cards. Okay. I'm looking for questions. Oh my God. Julian Wilson says, my unemployment is ending the end of May. Do you see me getting an extension? Oh yeah. You in Jersey, right? Jersey is not going to let you. I mean, you know Jersey. They're not like Florida. If you were in Florida, I'd say, well, but Jersey won't let you sink. So yes, they will give you an extension. That's what I feel about Jersey. I've never, thank God. I should have collected. Oh no, I couldn't collect unemployment because I was forced to take early retirement. So when you retire, you can't collect unemployment. I was wondering because I was, but I feel New Jersey is very good with these things. So in New York, I collected unemployment for 2 or 3 weeks once a long time ago. Okay. All right, I'm looking. Julie Shahid says, Amilu, I see Trump planning to escape to Saudi. What are your thoughts on this? Thank you. I don't think so. Trump can't escape, my friend. He can dream about it. No. Trump, he's, well, now that, oh my God, now that he has gotten himself back into the White House, he is, his every move is monitored. I'm trying to turn this thing off. So I forgot to turn it off. I meant to shut this thing down, but I forgot. I was preparing to come here. Sorry about that, friends. But yes, I don't think Trump can go to Saudi Arabia or get away from this country at all. So let's see what happens. Okay, I'm trying to. This is my. Whenever things are slow on here, this is my other little job. So I'm waiting once this person hangs up so I can shut the phone off. So like that he won't ring. Or keep ringing. Okay.
Sorry, I don't understand.
1 second. Okay. Okay, those involved in the illegal arrest need to be held accountable too. Part of 1951, I agree with you. I wish they would do that, but I doubt it. I mean, what's going to happen is their name will be published and they will be shamed, you know, but I don't see them. Oh, okay, Julian, so I was right. Julian says, yes, New York is being tough, but Jersey has always been good. Thank you. You're very welcome. No, Jersey, I don't feel. When I got unemployment in New York, that was a while back. So they weren't as bad, and it was only for a few weeks. So, but no, I think you're going to get it. Arlene Lowell is asking, how will Senator Van Hollen's trip to El Salvador go? I thought it's going to be fine. Are you kidding? You know, Trump is talking that way, but he will get he'll get security, for sure, okay? He's not going to go to, you know, a country like that without the proper security and people over there know. Yeah, Rubio is like, oh my God, it's terrible. It's really bad. I mean, did you hear him today? He's even, I mean, It seems like everyone around Trump pick up lying as a fallback when they can no longer make a coherent argument for anything. They just straight to lying. Cici said, Milu, I keep getting ads. Never happened before. I am not sure why. I have a level of control that I have over ads, like before I release a video, and I don't understand why you're getting ads. I wish it was me. I mean, yes, I make a couple of more pennies if I make more ads, but the past few weeks, I've been trying to put less ad. And today, again, I fixed the video not the video I did today because I couldn't do it. I did it one of the video, but this evening I'm going to fix the video I released today for it to have less ads. So I don't know. I'm not in charge of that. I don't know anything about the department, but I am, there is a way you can edit. I found it way before, but I forgot because I don't understand exactly how the YouTube application, because you can control the ads, but I thought they have two places where you can control the ads. I thought the section where I said put 4 ads, okay, but there is another part. It seems like they kept it, or it seems like he has a higher priority of being for the system to say, oh, okay, he said put an ad every 6 minutes. So that's what we're going to follow. So hopefully I fix that today. We'll see. Let me know. Charlie C. Sage. I don't know if that's the apartment that she wants, but yes, she will get an apartment. I don't know if it's tomorrow, though. I can confuse time, Charlie C. Sage. You know? So... Ronan Conditioner Left Out says numbers are going up, immigrant crossing the border here in Canada. Yeah, because a lot of people, they're not going to come here. So I'm not surprised they're going to try to go to Canada. Artist. Okay. Arlene Lowell says, we can't allow Trump to get away with ignoring courts. Oh, no, he won't get away with it. There needs to be a plan B. That's what I was talking about before. Some newspapers are calling for his impeachment, and they are trying to get everyone's attention on we have an emergency in our hands. Trump is on the wrong path, and I also heard that Obama called on Bush and Clinton to start calling Trump out. He's putting the country on the wrong path. So there is quite a bit of pressure that's going to be applied to this whole situation. Oh, Adrian Lowell says, you can, and to where I feel the judge, she will. There are 2 of them. Brosberg and Hinis, I believe that's her name, Hinis, or Shinis, Xinis. I don't know how to pronounce that. Zinis, she will. And judge need to hold people in this administration in contempt, and the delegation from Maryland needs to go to El Salvador. Oh, yeah. I believe Senator Harlan, he's going to go sometime this week or next week. Laura Jo Powledge says, I'm going on a trip to Colombia mid-May. Will I return safely? I feel like saying yes. So enjoy. Marilyn H. Oh, okay. She's talking to Joyce. Carmen Donati says, do you see us needing a passport to vote, or will it be changed? It's not going to change. It may not pass the Senate. That's what I feel. So, but if your passport has expired, I don't remember exactly how long, or if it's less than 5 years, you can still use it to vote. Like mine is over 5 years, has expired about 7 years. So that's why I have to get a new passport. So comment, I would get it no matter what, okay? But I don't feel that that Save Something bill is gonna pass. I mean, Congress is, I mean, they already passed it in the House, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see that stuff. I think it's gonna die in the Senate. Okay. Otis is asking, can you look at Bill Maher? Bill Maher? I keep thinking his career might be over. His career is not over, but going to the White House and then arrogantly trying to convince people Trump is a nice guy, his career is going to take a hit, but I don't think it's going to be over. And you know what? He doesn't care. He has enough money anyway, so he'll go on a long vacation. He will still get gigs. I mean, his TV show will probably end, but he'll make money. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yes, Senator Van Hollen. Oh, yes. Adi says Harvard is standing up and saying no. You would be, I mean, intuitively, I feel that's a major boost. And their alumni are very happy that they are standing up, and that's going to help them raise money too. And they will get a lot of help, a lot of help defending themselves from Trump. And it's not only going to be Harvard grads. A lot of the Ivy League schools that Trump is going after, trying to intimidate them, I feel they're going to collaborate and stand up to him. But those are major moral boosts. You see, Trump is scaring everybody. I told you guys he's not very bright. Even the Supreme Court justices are afraid, or their families are afraid. Okay, that's the last thing you want to do. Okay. Oops. Oh, I didn't see it. Somebody says Holistic Diana has a question. I'm sorry. He says Harvard has billion. You can say that again. Oh my God. Oh, Diana says, Milu, I met Jim and I like him very much. He and I have a great time together with dinner out, boating, and walk in nature. Do you see this going anywhere seriously? I feel yes, there's potential. I mean, if it's up to you, it feels like to me. You know, if you think he's having fun, take your time. But yeah, I feel there's potential for that to continue. So continue getting to know him. That's the important thing here. If you can, I mean, I'm sure you know how you get along with the person. So go for it. Enjoy. All right. Janiero Key says, good evening, Milu. Don't know if you've answered my question, but when I prayed and got my house, I also prayed that it would get paid off and I wasn't going to be the pay for it. I'm not quite sure what the question is, but yeah, you're going to have to pay for it. Sorry. Okay. Aline Lovell says, will Van Hollen bring Garcia back? There's a very good chance because he's going to let Bukilili know that he has the power to stop every penny that may go to El Salvador. And he's a senator. He can block it. I don't know if Garcia will come back with him. There's a chance, but I feel like saying he will have an effect. Okay, when I was looking at that this afternoon, I didn't see him coming back with him until you asked me that. And let me tell you why Bukilili may not let Senator Harlan come back with him. He's concerned about Trump's reaction like everyone else. Okay, because besides everything, they both want they both Bukilili is already a dictator. Trump's want to be a dictator, and Trump's like to push people around, and he's friends with the Trumps too. He's less afraid of Van Harlan than he is of Trump. That's the problem. So, regardless. Yes, I know who wants to be in that stupid prison. Okay, but all these people will be back. I'm not saying the rest or a great number of them will be back in this country after Trump leaves office. And he will be told, Bukilili will be told by Van Harlan to make sure he treats these people like human beings. And Van Harlan will make him, well, I'm sure he's going to let him know that this is inadmissible and what can happen. But we won't know about that part. Okay, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmiru.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That will help me a lot. I will see you all tomorrow midday Eastern Standard Time. Till then, bye. Sorry.